So in the first video, I explained the rules of flip. We talked about things like blank spaces, which you have to fill to complete the level, filled spaces, which I'm going to represent with a dot instead of just shading the whole thing in, negative spaces, which I like to represent with an X that you cannot do anything with, and legal and illegal shapes. If that doesn't sound like anything familiar at all, you should probably watch the first video, but if you want to just jump right in and try to learn through examples, then you're in the right place. So in this video, I'm going to go through some of the actual levels and show you how I would solve them. Looking at this first one, we have a 4x4 grid, and it takes 4 moves as the minimum solution to solve it. So let's see. So start off with this one, and the first thing I noticed is that this level has a lot of symmetry. I see each of the corners is symmetric, so this half symmetric, this half, same thing going across. So basically, I really just need to fill a quarter of the grid and then flip it a couple more times, and voila. So let's see, I'm going to take this dot, flip it across this axis right here. I'm going to go boom. That's one move. I'm going to take this dot over this axis. So that's 2 moves. So I have 2 left for 4. I'm going to take these 3, 1, 2, 3, flip it over this axis. That becomes 1, 2, 3, there to there. So now we're at 3. And the final move, when we have 1, we're going to take everything that we have in this shape so far and kind of come this way. There we go. Solved in 4 moves. All right, now I'm going to go backtrack a little bit. So let's just look at these 2 shapes. The point after I'd already filled those 2 in. So let's pretend all the rest are blank right now, and I've only filled those 2. So let's say that I took those and I flipped them up here. So it would make sense because in that way I flipped 2 shapes instead of just 1, instead of just coming up here or up there. But if you think about this, so that would have taken two moves, 1 and then both of them 2. But then it would have taken 3. I can take this one and flip it here, and then 4 moves. I only have that. So then my 5th move would have flipped it over, but that wouldn't have been an acceptable solution because it took 5 moves, and 4 is our limit. So the key of the game is symmetry. So let's do another level. Here we have another 4x4. And the first thing that you notice about this level is that, I'm going to try to get it centered down here, lighting, is that, look, this side is blank, and this side has some obstacles, but all the components are here on this side. So I'm looking at this shape. I'm going to say, okay, 4 moves. 1, here to here. 2, both of them. 3, all 4 up here. So now I have 8. That was 3 moves. And so now in the last move, I should be able to fill out all those. So if we look at the space that you're going to flip across this axis, that shape. So flip it right there, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 moves. All right, here we have another level. I hope you can see this in the light. I don't know how good the lighting is going to look in the video. 4 moves as well. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, I can see a big piece of symmetry right now across this middle y-axis. So let's see. So these 2 obstacles and that one. Well, let's just work through it. I'm going to take this dot, flip it up here, or this axis. Take both of them. Took them and flipped them that way. Let's see. Now I'm going to take these 3, 1, 2, 3, and then they're going to come up here. So I took those 3 and came up. And that's been 3 moves. But if you look at my last shape, I can find some symmetry right here. I'm going to flip everyone except for this dot. So if I flip that shape over here, I filled that one in, 4 dots. Okay, so hopefully now you're getting more proficiency. And we're going to look at a 6 by 6, and I don't know what this is. This is an errant dot, so we'll just pretend that's not there. So this, now we have 6 by 6, a little more difficult, but I think we can do it. And this takes 6 moves. So if you want to look at a second, press pause if you want to try to figure it out on your own. Or because now I'm going to start going through the solution. So this is what I'm going to do. First move, flip this over right here. I have 2. I'll tally these so I keep a better track. Second move, I'm going to take both of them. Okay. 2. Now I'm going to take all 4. Come up. So I have a 2 by 4 block of 8. Now I'm just going to go back to my middle ones that I just flipped up, and I'm actually going to go down this time. Four. Alright, so there's only 2 flips left that we have to be able to fill up on all this blank space. And it's possible. So if you look, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 right there. 1, 2. So these 4 connected with that guy, so they have the block of 6. Oh, sorry about that, Mark. And also these last 4 right here. So if you look at that shape, 4, 2, and 4, you can flip it over this axis right here to make and then I'll fill up all of those guys. So that was 5. And our last move is similar to our first move. We're going to take components of the middle space that's completely filled in, and we're going to flip these this time to the right, so you can see that better. So if I take these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so up, over, 4 in the middle, and those 3 on the end, and I come this way, it will fill all the rest of them up in my 6th move. And there you go. So the main things we're looking for, these 2 lines of symmetry right here. And so even though there's some negative space right here, you can still flip all the components except for these 2 when we come this way, and those 2 when we came that way, and fill up all the space. So that was one of the more complicated levels, or at least that you've seen so far. And that's what I'll leave you with right now.